I want what I see, I could be anything. I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me. The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. me. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me. It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. It lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Everybody away. Curtain call into the backline. However, the vengeance coming up is a killing streak. Xavier turning around. Who comes to a treasure? They're gonna be the last into the mix. The second skill trying to see what he gets now. The guy into the base is right. There's the girl. Come on, man. You know I'm a good time.
Well, we'll be there to be able to try to defend Melissa with the model draw once more, but the mistake rush. Oh, it's gonna be it. Yeah, Drop Guardian does catch on to 3, and they do manage to get that Melissa down. The fight continues, however, Wise.
This extra push though, it's quite funny. Oh, you guys are up to try it, so let's manage to catch up one. I'll put those in there. There's gonna be the Spirit of Alpha, but he's gonna get deleted so quickly. The Curse of Blood simply and perfectly. It's Lurox into the backline, but she's gonna get taken down. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 exchange overall. But he wants to go back to his mix, but Washer's like, no, my friend.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here, joined by your Shroomzy, Scarpscankle and Lotus as we bring you yet another day, another story as part of the Origins tournament. We have some new names for squads, but some old familiar faces when it comes to who's playing for those squads. It seems that everybody likes to either squad hop or change the name of their squad or change their in-game names. It's a theme, I think, in Mobile Legends. I don't know how much of money people have to keep changing these things. I don't know, gentlemen, lady. What do you think about this, the amount of money being spent here?
Honestly, it's kind of crazy. So I'm going to name and shame one of my own squad members, Myrtle, previously known as Erebus, previously known as Uruguay, previously known as Musa, and previously known as another name in the past 3 months. It's like 6 name changes. I mean, it's kind of crazy though.
Yeah. It's a lot of name changes. I think it's the theme here. Although I suspect, right, and maybe this comment I'm about to make next will put a stop to all the constant name change. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, right? Don't get me wrong. It's just difficult to keep track of when you're casting, like who's who in the zoo. I think maybe that people are changing their names because they've given themselves a somewhat bad reputation in rank. So they're trying to disguise who they are. I think. So let's see who's the next person in the community to change their name. And we know we're going to go check your win rates. We're going to go and stalk you a little, but no, I'm kidding. Change your name as much as you want to change your name, just not during the tournament time, right? Because then that causes a little bit of chaos for the rest of us. But with that being said, it's time for the lobby bans and it's time to get into the first game. It's a best of 3. It's Ritilian Sons up against Strategic X.
Imagine Scarp getting left out and Lotus. Yeah, bro. Ritilian Sons, the last time we featured them, right? They currently have the record here on the Waylander Gaming channel with the quickest match finishes, bro. From start to finish. I mean, that was 6 minutes and 52 seconds the first match, and the second match was just over 7 minutes. So, yeah, in total, just below 15 minutes or 15 minutes at max for 2 matches. That is crazy. The drafting phase took longer than everything else. But, yeah, Lotus, give us the lobby bans and let's go.
Well, for the lobby bans, it's going to be Angela, Basha, Eamon, and Xborg.
GG's well played. Good luck and have fun to both teams as we will be heading into the first match in this best of 3 series draft. Zephyrus with the first draft ban for the side of Ritilian Sons.
Oh, I'm currently loving what I'm seeing with the lobby band so far. I mean, all of these heroes, Basha, Angela, the Aim and the Xborg are all solidly meta in the ranked scene. So it seems like there is a bit of a meta bans going on for once.
Yeah, well, let's see if this trend is going to continue. I mean, Ritilian Sons with their first match, it was some unconventional drafting coming against them, and let's see what they do against a proper draft, as we do see, well, Strategic X bans out the glue, and without waiting, Ritilian Sons goes with that Harith ban. No wait, no time, let's go. They're ready for this. Oh, Cadmir going with the Grok ban. It's looking like decent bans coming in from both sides. It's looking good. It's looking better.
Oh, solid bans. I mean, bro, Grok is kind of a menace, but I wanted to say, bro, Lancelot has been left open. So the thing is, YSS currently just fell off a little, but he's still a very good hero, but you need to be actually a very good YSS to play it. The mediocre YSS players are not able to use him anymore, but Lancelot's still one of the meta picks. So I'm loving this. I would definitely like to see one of the counter picks coming up, maybe picking up a Phobia's. Oh, Obsidia's kind of cracked though.
The blood of my enemies.
I mean, we've seen some devastating things coming in from Obsidia. So, I mean, currently there's a lot of counters towards her, especially in the gold lane. A few to mention is Carrie, Leslie, and yeah, let's see what Ritilian Sons does pick up. But I'm going to be honest, I'm loving the Mincetar pick for the side of Strategic X. But Ritilian Sons going with the Gergacha and the CC, not going for that force of picking up a MM against Obsidia. They still do have time. So the question is, will Strategic X ban out the counter to Obsidia? But let's see. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of deadly things, especially with CC. I've been seeing a lot of CCs in the rank stages on the MM lane.
Yeah,
Crazy.
CC on the gold lane, it was actually a meta that was started in the pro scene. And I mean, she does very well. She has a range, she has life shield, she has damage, she has everything you need for a fight in the gold lane. So it's a very good pick, especially up against Obsidia, because you can just, if she ever throws the Hunt of Bone on you, Obsidia will be dead. If you have your Vengeance and your skill 1, she's dead. That's over and done for. Going for the Gatter is also a very solid pick, but the make or break shine currently is going to be this Mincetar, because he does struggle up against the CC, but he does very well against the Lancelot. So it's a very situational pick, but going for this hard type of counter with the Mincetar, usually people just hold his ultimate only for the Lancelot, and then there's 3 squishies on you, and then you forget about them. This is something they shouldn't overlook.
I see there's a comment in the chat from Evergone Buys saying Beatrix mid, let's go for the side of Retillion Suns. They did play Beatrix in the mid lane in their second match. But yeah, Alive currently showing us Zetian, as Zetian does get picked up for the side of Strategic X. Poopy picking up Gushin, and Cupcake going with the 1-1. 1-1, her second skill does cancel out the Hunt of Bone, but yeah, I mean, the only thing that you need to do with Obsidia is spam skill 2, skill 1 to try and bait out the second skill of 1-1. Once that second skill is out, you should be good. I mean, Obsidia is very strong against this 1-1, but looking at the overall drafts, this is a very strong lineup for both teams. So, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And after you've done that, please pop in your votes. I'm very excited for this first matchup of the evening, the bench warmer, as we would like to call it.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun match overall, but nonetheless, I don't know. This is an interesting draft, but I do have to say I do favor the side of Retillion Suns with their draft to take this down, but it all comes down to the execution. There's a lot of counters going back and forth, so it all comes down to how you play it. But with that also being said, that is me.
Why? Are we going to cast the first match?
Yeah, up to you guys what you want to do.
Alright, so we do see the normal conventional rotations coming in for the side of Retillion Suns as well as Strategic X. Going for that potential early game gold gank, if that is the case. And Stoner, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen you in the stream.
Yeah, Stoner is, he's been around for a while. What interesting here with the CC, like having that better wave clear. But there's a lot of poke damage happening here on the gold lane. 1-1 dishing out the damage onto Obsidia. But first blood goes the way of Gushin. I actually was not so comfortable with the Gushin mid pick. But I mean, if you're going to get first blood like that.
Yeah, looking at the Poopy right with his Gushin, he went for that pressure onto the red buff, allowing them to get the kill onto the Belleric, but I mean, just continuing that pressure onto the blue buff got him killed. That is not what you want for the Gushin. Gushin, you want that early game snowball effect for you.
Yeah, well, Julian level 3 is... Well, he's like... It's basically like a level 4 hero. He's got everything that he needs. I do like the rotation coming out from the Lancelot. He went for... As you can see, he's rotating towards the XP side. He knows that Julian in the early game is going to be a lot more dangerous than he is. He needs a couple of items before he can come online and start dishing out the damage. So he just has to be a little bit careful. Doesn't want to go in for any major contests. Is checking out the bushes, scouting around here. The turtle dance has begun. But oh, Belleric taking a lot of damage from the CC. Makes the rotation. There's that Gatto taunt with the follow-up here. Zetian hits the Fury of the Phoenix. But the follow-up is inside here. But Lance and Gatto, they're trapped a little bit here. The King's Calling did come out. Who's going to land this? It's Julian with the second skill. But it's going to be Gatto taken down. However, the cost, I think, was a little bit too high here. Retillion Suns picking up, what was that, like 4 kills? 4-2?
Yeah, that was 4-2, bro. And sorry, Stony, our apologies. I thought I read Stoner and not Stony. So we've got a ginger drink in, well, ginger beer drink in the live chat. But yeah, looking at just before the 3-minute mark, it is 6-2. Retillion Suns has the 4-kill advantage and currently a 1.9k gold lead. But we do see CC onto Overlord, but Belleric would be able to escape the clutches of CC's yo-yos.
Heals back up. Finally hit the level 4. So now you're going to have the combos available for the side of Strategic X. They needed those combos. But in terms of combos, right, the CC Gatto combo, broken combination. It's
Yeah.
that curtain call into, oh, there's going to be a little bit of a pick of damage once more as it's Bluey taken out here on the Gusion. Went for a little bit of counter jungling and gets picked off once more. But it's that curtain call into the Avatar of Guardian. They synergize so well.
I mean, if we're looking at the opposite sides, we just overlay. If we're looking at the opposite sides, right, you've got the Wrath of Dryads with the King's Calling. So you've got double combinations from both sides with the extra CC. So, I mean, the combinations for team fights is going to be crazy. You need to be disciplined entering the team fight.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you hit that, oh, there's the Munster hits that, King's Calling catches through, the follow-up is in there, Wrath of Dryad still available, delayed the timing, nicely done by Overlord, and gets those pick-off, or gets a pick-off at least.
Getcha just barely escaping, but we do see the curtain call coming in from CC. But Lancelot cuts into the mix. Will we see a triple kill here potentially? Oh, we do see the Zing Zing coming through, but Beleric gets the kill onto Getcha. And Zetian does take down the Lancelot, but CC on a killing spree. That is a 2-for-3 exchange going in favor of Reptilian Sons.
Yeah, it's exactly what we were speaking about, right? It's that the difference in combos. As your Gusion wants to go in, doesn't land that second skill. But it's that difference in combos between the two teams. As we got to see, right, the Munsithar into the Wrath of King's Calling into the Wrath of Dryads with the Fury of the Phoenix is the follow-up, right? Set up beautifully. Strategic X, they were winning that fight. And then all of a sudden you end up seeing the curtain call into the Avatar of Guardian. And you're like, oh my goodness, it's just... not a question of who lands it first. It's about who's going to bait out whose combo first. There's Gusion into the backline, but alive there with the flicker to safety on the Zetian. No shield available. Munsithar with the King's Calling, Avatar of Guardian into the backline there. Munsithar gets out. There's a Fury of the Phoenix. Beleric is in the mix, but he's going to be taken out of the equation. CC dishing out the damage. She does hit the curtain call. Lands onto 2. Munsithar trying to protect the team. 1-1 is into the mix as well, but there's going to be another kill going the way of Reptilian Sons as they take this 2-for-1 and the turtle. More pressure being placed here. Lance dancing around here. But oh my goodness, there's the Phantom Execution going through. And look at this 1-1, dear Scarpy. Taking the opportunity. I don't think we'll take the turret, but at least a lot of gold.
Yeah, indeed so, bro. I mean, that is definitely what you expect to see coming in from a 1-1 player because she's got that high mobility. You want to see that split push plays coming in from her. So definitely a good focus coming in from Reptilian Sons. But yeah, it's past the 6-minute mark. It is 5 kills to the advantage to Reptilian Sons as well as an almost 3k gold lead. That's a 2.7k gold lead?
Yeah.
2.3k?
Yeah. And now, as you can see, they swing their attention towards the side lanes. They want to go onto Munsithar. He doesn't have the King's Calling, but I mean, even if he did, right, it was just, that was a lot of damage very, very quickly. No way to get out of harm's way.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Bro, you know, what I'm actually curious to see is especially coming into the late game or the late game stages, is if you can have the Obsidia running as a unit with the Munsithar and the Beleric. That would be a broken 3-2 split for the side of Strategic X, but let's see how this one will play out. I mean, Julian and Zetian can combine well together, especially with that ultimate. And speaking of which, the Fury of Phoenix coming through, but not landing any stuns just yet.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to how much map control Reptilian Sons can try to achieve right now. Gusion goes in, but he dashes back into the King's Calling, gets a lot of poke damage. So there has been quite a few skills that has been cast before this third and final turtle has been started up. But once more, CC and Gato with the zoning away. They just want to force everybody out over the Phantom Execution. Hits onto 3. As we see the Wrath of Dryads as a follow-up. Gusion in the backline manages to get a kill. Munsithar trying to escape here. The same with Julian. They are locked up. The follow-up fight. Munsithar, he's trying to dodge to save his life. But, you know, so he had to die. Phantom Execution once more with the second skill. Nice dash back here. Julian's going to be engaged upon by the CC. Obsidia into the mix. There's a mega kill going the way of Gusion. He gets executed. I don't know. What do you think? Worth it? Worth it for the kill?
Well, Look, if they secured the turret, but the death I wouldn't call it worth it. But bro, maybe, I don't know. Early on, Gushin and trading off like that, no, it's not worth it. But monster kill coming in from CC just below the tier 3 turret in the bot lane, but gets taken down in response.
Well, there was a bit of extra aggression there, but look at this from Zephyrus. Patiently waiting. Does he want to go and just wants to cause a little bit of consternation, a little bit of delay in terms of farm, because there is a 2-level difference between, there's going to be the engagement onto Minsathar. I know damage XP laners are a thing right now, right? I know it. But it's not the easiest to play. Because like you don't have that ability like you would if you were a bit more tankier to not necessarily just split push, but deal with the side lane by your lonesome.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's like you said, it is currently damage XP lane, but it is a risky play. I mean, if you look at team fights, if you don't have that sustain and that re-engagement, or initially that engagement, that is not something that you would like to pick up. But we do see the engagement in the top lane. The critical has been committed from CC. She does do the damage, but she gets stunned up by the Zetian. The engagement continues, but Strategic X disengages from that fight, not wanting to go up against the CC.
Yeah, nice distraction coming out from the CC there, just creating the space to take the first Lord of the game. Though those shields are still up and running. So the question is, how much can they achieve with this? Do you think it's possible that there's a tier 3 turret on the way?
I mean, if the lanes are synced up, they could. Okay, there you see the lanes are synced up. They should just leave that minions, so they would secure the tier 2 turret and potentially a tier 3 turret. But the question is going to come down to which tier 3 turret are they going to focus on. You do see Cupcake waiting near the bot lane. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, trying to get the focus on tier 3 turret down to half health, but gonna get forced back. It was that explosion that took out the Lord so quickly. Cupcake just needed a couple more seconds. Maybe about 3 more seconds. It could have been the first tier 3 turret of the game. You know, in this particular instance, right, when the shields are up, and if you didn't have the opportunity to take them down, I'd actually say it's nice to get the laves unevenly synced for the first wave. Oh, but there's the full combination. It's curtain call into the Avatar of Guardian with the pressure being on. It's 2-0 exchange. The base being cracked open. There is one minion way. One just in there. They're getting the lock on. They don't care who's gonna die. Gatto paid with it for his life, but that's first blood going the way of Rutilian Sons.
Victory!
Well played to Rutilian Sons. Strategic X, they did put up a fight in the early game, but unfortunately not being able to sustain that pressure that Rutilian Sons brought. But MVP going to the CC. Look at this, going a hybrid build on the CC. It's GG's well played.
Yeah, it's the sustainability from CC that as long as you can't lock her down, like, you know, properly lock her down, and she'll be able to sustain through whatever damage she's taking. So she doesn't have to be, like pure defensive build like you would see with a lot of heroes. Like how necessary it is. It fits so much into the current meta of things. But I'm waiting to see how this fighter on the gold lane is going to be playing out. Because in the pro scene, CC's been picked up on the gold lane. Bane is another monster on the gold lane. We haven't seen a Bane gold lane yet in the Origins.
No, we haven't. We've seen Bane mid lane and Bane jungle and Bane XP, but not gold lane yet, bro.
Yeah, so the Philippines have been rocking the gold lane Bane like really hard. It is definitely something to be on the lookout for.
Yeah, indeed. So, just getting everyone into the lobby. Lotus, you can quickly get the lobby bans.
Alright, so while all of that is happening...
You already made a new lobby.
Yeah, let me make it myself.
Copy.
Let me get myself into a
Online,
lobby.
bro.
Say again?
I didn't see you had a lobby.
It's fun. My lobby is full. I can't enter.
Who's here who shouldn't be here?
There's people in the spectators lobby. 2.
Kick the cat for me real quick. And then I'll just go to the top, thank you.
It's 2 that needs to get removed from the spectators lobby. But for everybody who tuned in, that was quite a fun matchup. First off, though I will say that Rotilian Suns, very strong performance from more or less start to finish. There was a couple of moments with the mage from the side of Rotilian Suns getting picked off a couple of times in the early part of the game. It looked like the Gushin mid combo wasn't going to play out in their favor, but adjustments from the mage allowed him to get into the backline quite nicely, and the amount of damage they were dishing out was crazy. But that CC Gato combo was the one that set it up. It's such an OP combo. It's so difficult to try to deal with, simply because when you look at it, right, the ultimates synergize with one another. Curtain Call forces you to stay close together. Avatar of Guardian wants you to separate. What do? You got the Curtain Call, the Avatar of Guardian is on its way. How are you really gonna try to escape what's going on there, right? So very, very good combination. Will we see them being banned out this time around? Well, we're going to be heading into that banning phase now, the lobby ban phase, as you all know. And then it's going to be, our typical draft that comes through. As per usual, will we see Rotilian Suns take this 2-0? Or will we see the side of Strategic X be able to drag one back and make it 1-1, taking us into the sudden death round? So, lobby bans, please, gentlemen and lady.
Well, the lobby ban is
Lobby ban.
It's okay, HP for beauty. Either way,
Okay, so CCX walk Baxia and Angela. Lotus, I thought you said age before beauty.
And then you said quiet.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, in all seriousness now, let me stop trolling Lotus. Lotus, bring us the lobby bans, please, so that we can go into the drafting phase.
For the 4th time, I think now, it's going to be CC, X-Work, Basha, and Angela.
I'm gonna lie, I was containing myself there not to do it again. All right, so into the drafting phase we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is Strategic X with the first pick and the first ban in this drafting phase. So let's see, will we see the respect bans coming in? Gadmir with the first ban.
Thorns remain.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, the Lancelot was a
Lancelot.
bit... No, I was just saying the Lancelot ban was a bit expected.
Yeah, definitely. My question is, will it be CC or Garagacha for the second ban? As we do see, Rotilian Suns does ban out the YSS. YSS is still a hero in the scene. Even though he did have a slight nerf, he's got that immobility to him and that high damage rate coming through from him, especially with the Mountain Shocker. So Overlord banning out the Obsidia. I would have expected a CC and Gato ban, but Obsidia getting banned out.
CC was banned in the lobby with X-Work.
Oh yeah, my bad. Garagacha.
One getting banned out as well.
Yeah, so you see both teams banning out the heroes that they played in the gold lane for the second ban in the draft phase. K all flipped K, swapping out with Shinen, with the Eamon, but Poopy Blue picking up the Kadita, and Cupcake picks up the Granger.
Kadita is extremely strong right now, and she's been strong for a few months, especially with the fact that she can burst the majority of heroes in the entire game. And if she camps, you nearly have to always double check every step that you take and every bush that you want to go through.
Welcome to
I mean,
tiny friend.
that is what you would expect, but Overlord picking up Grok and Alive bringing in the Xavier. So you do have that combination play coming in for the side of Strategic X. Grok, I'm loving, lately I've been loving seeing Grok picks. Grok with his rework. It's a great hero to pick up. He's strong, he can sustain, but Zephyrus going with the Kufra.
Kuf has been also a pest. He doesn't get shown as much as the Grok, but whenever he does show his face, he always causes problems for the enemy team, no matter which team they're in or playing against. But Urn is getting banned off from the side of Rutland Sons.
Yeah, that's the final ban for the side of Reptilian Sons. The Strategic X coming in with their final ban before we head into the phase 2 of this drafting phase of match 2, ladies and gentlemen. If you're wondering, Reptilian Sons is currently 1 up, right? But Hayabusa getting banned out from the side of Strategic X. Hayabusa being a good ban, definitely focusing on to Imagination, as we do see Shax picks up the Yu-Zong.
But with so many of the junglers banned, I wonder what Imagination is gonna go for, because the majority of the strongest junglers are out of the picture now. So is he gonna go? Fredrin wouldn't be very useful, and Basha is also out of the picture.
Well, if I'm looking at the draft, right, they already have 2 tanks, so that does open up the pick for an assassin, and in this case, like a Fanny. However, Grok's wall could disturb the cabling coming in for the Fanny, but a Cupcake swapping out with Imagination, Imagination playing with a Granger, and Cupcake will be playing with a Fanny, but a Khalid being the final pick for Strategic X. So, ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the second match draft. It's Strategic X playing to go into the sudden death round to potentially take this. But if Reptilian Sons does take this, it's going to be a clean sweep fashion yet again for them. But, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me hand you over to the casters that will take you through and lead you through the blow-by-blow action. It is Waylander and Shroomzy.
So, Shroomzy, what do you make of this Fanny pick into the lineup?
Bro, like, I'm not going to even lie. I was saying Fanny from the beginning. Because this is kind of a good Fanny game, like, honestly. Like, yeah, Grok can be a problem if you get locked down. So if you overstep, you can't dive the mid lane like you usually do as a Fanny. Because Grok will just wall up and then you're under the turret dead. So you have to play a lot more safe. The only thing I'm wondering is going to be this Khalid. This Khalid early aggression that they have is going to be kind of cracked onto the Fanny. They need to watch out for that. Because it's Khalid, Rome, and Grok on the XP lane, it seems.
Khalid is one of the meta roams at this moment in time, you know. I'm actually surprised, however, that there's the engagement here, Fanny. This is the thing with the Khalid. I mean, look at the amount of damage between him and the Grok there. I mean, they just did not go for the usual rotation, sacrifice the level, but force the play back to make sure, you know what, this is what we can do. Khalid once more going in onto the Kadita, and it's going to be first blood going the way of Strategic X.
But I mean, this automatically, with that early game aggression from Khalid, once again onto Cupcake, is once again going for that scimitar. He will get the blue buff. Will it get stolen? Yeah, by Kadita. So that's no Fanny Blue buff, unfortunately, still at level 1. So this is something I'd love to see coming out from the Khalid. But the Yuzong made the rotation up to alive. He's getting the Petrify out, but they get stunned up. And actually, Navi making a rotation actually comes in clutch there. So this early game aggression is definitely paying up for the side of Strategic X. And they're getting a lot of damage so far. Poopin is in trouble, and that's Eamon with the second kill on the board.
Yeah, the chase is on Khalid onto the Granger. He's taking damage, but there's Eamon there. He doesn't need to even use the endless shots. Now he pops it. Oh my goodness. But you know what has been causing chaos, Shroomsy, at this moment in time? I mean, you're looking at Khalid, and this is why Khalid right now is one of the two meta roams, right? It's Khalid, and take a guess. Who's the other roamer that does a very similar job?
Hilda.
Hilda is causing chaos.
Yeah, because I mean, they have the early game damage, early game aggression, and I mean, they're doing very well, but there's the combos coming out. Shinan is in a lot of danger. Fanny gets the cables, and that is a kill. So this is something they have to watch out for, overstepping that early game advantage they have received. There's the rough waves with the Petrify into the mix. They will get Bluey taken down, but there's the burn coming out. And Alive will also pay. I don't know if that was worth the dive, though.
Yeah, especially with the turtle being up, right? You know, how often you hear me say that discipline is the name of the game. Was the kill worth it? I mean, this entire game's a trade-off. Was the kill worth it? Oh, nice combination coming in from Shax there as he gets the kill underneath the turret. Because, I mean, you get the kill, right? So you get the gold for the kill. But that's not the same as if you take the turtle. You're going to get way more. In terms of a trade-off, that's much better. Fanny now into the mix, going onto the Xavier. There's the cutthroat coming out as they do get the follow-up from the Kadita and the kill onto that Xavier. Kali taken quite low, but there's a passive coming out from the Yuzong, keeping him alive. The engagement here to Yuzong. He wants to sustain. He gets taken over to Eamon. Eamon still... Oh, he has used the endless shots. But there's just so much of kills all across the map. I don't know which direction I'm supposed to be looking here.
Navi making a rotation into the rough waves is kind of crazy. So they did overstep a bit. So with that being said, I don't know where the advantage is lying. I mean, the early game went fairly in the favor of Strategic X, but then they started to overstep their advantage and not watching the map. I mean, check this camp coming out from Zephyrus. Alive is just walking up. This is going to be a Petrify rough waves if I've ever seen one. But it seems like, luckily, Khalid did make the rotation to Skyrot at Kufra.
Yeah. It's like we always say, right? It's not about who you can see that can kill you, it's who you can't see that can kill you. That's where your danger is. So whenever you can't see anybody, it all comes down to where is that person? What bush do you expect them to be hiding in? Grok with the rotation does seal up too, goes in with the Tectonic Charge, doesn't manage to land onto anybody. Meanwhile, there's like a split bit of attention here. Jungle invades, Yuzong trying to get on, gets the Petrify out. Black Dragon form does come in as the rough waves is going to be committed. However, it's committed defensively. Dawning Light there for the repositioning. Grok, he uses that wall. The timing of it was beautiful. As they're trying to chase down the Kadita, she dashes back to safety underneath the turret. Kali decides it's time to pray. Heal back up. Fanny trying to get in onto the Hanabi. This is just action central. Yuzong continuing the fight underneath the turret. I don't know. I think we need two screens here. Shroomsy.
Yeah, definitely, because there's action right over the wall, and the fights are very, very messy. Like, I'm not a fan of the fight so far. Like, the early game aggression, I agree, it was fun. But after that, there's a bit of lack of discipline. I mean, there's Khalid 1v1ing the Yuzong, and there is, once again, Kashmir being taken out by the Fanny cabling. So, very messy fights left, right, and center. They are fighting too much. Way too much.
Yeah, it is quite messy. Maybe it's a little bit personal. Looks like they've got a grudge against one another with their Khalid going in onto the Yuzong, slashing with that scimitar, the knockback, the tectonic charge, the follow-up. But Yuzong, he got the knock-off. He gets taken out of the equation. Dawning Light just to add a little bit of burst damage. Kadita doesn't have the rough waves, gonna get poked back up. Amon, that insane heal from him, it's crazy. Cupcake trying to get in, wants to dance around there, just misses one of the cables, but does have the energy to get the killing spree set onto the Xavier.
I mean, this is something you have to watch out for with this Fanny, because she's able to dive just so much. And with Grok going damage build is kind of good, but at the same time, you take out a lot of sustainability away. Because, I mean, you're going against a Gratian Fanny. I mean, look at the damage so far from Imagination. It's kind of crazy. But bro, Shinnon so far with his Amon has played very well. I'm loving his gameplay. Check this camp onto this turtle so far. That is peak positioning.
Yeah. Though I will say this much, right? It's this Yuzong that's proving to be quite a bit of a game changer as we see another kill going onto the Amon there. Fanny picking up a mega kill. The chase is on. Khalid has the mobility, but I think this is the time Discipline does kick in. They're going to take this mid lane turret. The Yuzong, in my opinion, has been on point. Granted, he did die twice, but his timing for what he's been doing is excellent. There's a Kufra goes in there, just blocking off this Khalid from doing anything. Fanny with the cutthroat gets the kills. Cables back out. Nice play from Cupcake.
That being said, Overlord is into the mix. Tectonic shots to secure the kill. The rough waves there, but not doing enough damage just yet. It was better off the mark. But so far, the junglers from both teams are playing very well. And Cupcake, even though he got invaded like 5 times, he is still top on the leaderboard. So this is something you don't see as often from junglers. But he's playing very, very well so far. And I have to say, I'm not a fan of the pick on the Grok on the XP lane. He struggles against Yuzong. Picking something like a Lapu might have been the better option because it also does work very well against the rest of the backline coming out from Strategic X.
Yeah, Lapu, now that you mention it, would have been an awesome pick into this lineup. Lapu has been seeing quite a bit of airtime, shall we say, but not as much as I would like.
I mean, Lapu is so strong. I mean, he's kind of almost unkillable. Unless you can stun him up and outplay him. But there's the team fight going in. Cupcake is looking for the cutthroat. Onto Catmere, but he is very low. He's still continuing the fight. Alive, barely escapes. So that's a 1-for-nothing exchange, but it's 100% in the favor of Strategic X. But K almost went down, but there is the jump coming out from Zephyrus. Amon will be taken down.
And that's a good pick-off, especially before this first Lord of the game is up. But there's the Tectonic Charge, taking down one, almost 2 of the rough waves into the mix. Nice flicker from the Grok. He throws out a skill. Kadita is on the chase, but Xavier is there for a bit of protection. However, we will see the side of Rutilian Sons disengage. I mean, the Lord was up for a fair bit of time.
I mean, there's overstep from Shax coming out, punished by the Grok combos. So with that being said, with that Yuzong out of the mix, this is no Lord for the side of Rutilian Sons. Fanny can go for the steal, but I would say Strategic X need to rush this Lord as soon as possible.
Yeah,
but it seems like they're rather going. The ways are a bit messy. That's why they're not able to fully commit just yet. So good job there from the side of Rutilian.
Oh, nice sandstorm coming in. It was a beautiful pickup from Kadita. She does get the knock up and the escape. Yes, she does, but the flicker is in there. There's the shutdown kill going through, but Khalid gets taken out by the Fanny. Amon, he's trying to hunt, but he's going to have to reposition. He's going to have to wait patiently. They're not looking for him. He's hiding. He's playing this deadly game of hide and seek. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the recall going. He wants to go in onto the Fanny. Fanny has some ability to get away, but he walks straight into that. Cool for our pick-off.
I mean, this is something you have to watch out for, especially as a squishy, because you're not able to escape with the invisibility coming out from Amon because he's constant damage on him with the bouncy ball. So if he gets that on point, it's going to be hard. But I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, the Tyrant's Revenge is kind of cracked. So that's a first Lord of the match going to the side of Reptilian.
With this, the question is, can they achieve what they did in the last game? Which is where they cracked the base wide open and got the lock on and ended the game.
There's still a lot of Holy Shields left. So I don't think it's fairly going to be easy to get it out. But there's the ender shot onto Cupcake. But just dances away. So with that being said, here comes a big fight. Yu Zong is in the Black Dragon form. He gets onto Alive. That's the first kill into the mix. Grok is looking for the Tectonic Charge, but a lot of damage is being done. Shax will be the next to fall. But with that being said, with Alive out of the mix, and Cupcake and Zephyrus doing what they do best and just mutilating everyone.
Yeah, the combination there was on point. Kufra, that's actually a clippable moment if I ever saw one. Kufra with the Tyrant's Wrath into Fanny. Oh, that was just beautifully done by the two of them. The Lord in the base, it's just some protection here from the Grok. Can they get this mid lane turret down? Yes, they do. But this time around, I'm not sure if they can get the base cracked open like they did the last time. The defensive abilities from the side of Strategic X a little bit better, but oh my goodness, Kadita goes in. I'm not sure why there, exactly right, but went in and could take it out right near the fountain.
I think the play was there. Like, honestly, I would say if Kadita sacrifices herself for the aim and kill, it would be worthwhile. There's the Tyrant's Revenge getting cancelled out by the Grok, but the fight is there. Shax is into the backline. There's the Black Dragon form into the Cutthroat. But, I mean, this fight is just continuing left, right, and center. Khalid will be the second to fall, and they are looking for the third, but Sheenan is very fast, very slippery indeed. So this is a revenge kill, 2-for-2 exchange. So once again, I don't know if it's worth it. They did get a few big names out of the question, but they need to start getting the discipline out.
Yeah, the advantage is completely in the favor of Reptilian Suns. It's a Cupcake on this Fanny doing some hard carrying here with the 10, 0, and 3. I'm not saying like if you look at Zephyrus, he's 2, 2, and 30. You know, what more could you want from your Rome? The same with your Granger is 4, 4, and 8. Some good performances from them. Even though there is a high amount of kills on the Mage and the XP laner, they've still gotten a pretty decent KDA, I would say. The messiness seemed to have played in the favor of Reptilian Suns.
It does seem that way, and it seems like they see this Xavier as the main problem, but there's the Tectonic Charge onto Imagination. But luckily the Rose Gold Media does save him, and the Black Dragon is in the back line. But there's a Sandstorm taking Granger in response, so that's a 1-for-1 exchange. Zephyrus is in a bit of danger, so they do have the ability there, and now be doing a lot of damage. Zephyrus does get the bounce off. Now, here comes the Fanny. There's the Cutthroat. First kill down. Alive will be almost going to get... Oh, what a clutch flicker coming out, saving Alive from the Fanny cables.
Yeah, meanwhile, Zephyrus, okay, rather, on the Kali in a 2v1 situation. Forces everybody back, so it's no real advantage to anybody to take this Lord. But, Fanny, I mean, with a Fanny, you have this option to split push.
I'll just go for the back door. And I mean, check the positioning on the Fanny. She's waiting for someone to go clear that lane, some squishy to overstep. And there is the cables, but oh, what a dodge coming out. So with that being said, the Lord is up. There is a few camp abilities. Poopy is looking like he's going once again for that crazy play. The pick off with the ultimate, but it seems like he's being scouted out and he will need to disengage. Luckily, he does have the passive.
Oh, Kufra, beautiful Tyrant's Wrath launcher. Tuna, but the Kadita who was close by got zoned away by the Khalid. The Death Sonatas raining in from the Granger Aemon. Now he's in a little bit of a tough position. Manages to get the endless shards off. Petrified, but the mobility is there. Nobody's gonna get picked up. Khalid once more into the mix, as it's a double kill going the way of Amon. It's gonna be another kill going this way. Oh, but Fanny, she's trying to do something, but the shutdown comes in. Amon, is this the turnaround here for Strategic X? Is this gonna be a team wipe? It's a team wipe. Lord is up, but they have the option to march down mid. Shroomzy, what do you think? The timing? Can the timing be done? Can they end this?
No, unfortunately, it's definitely not edible. The thing is, I would say leave Anabi to push the turret and go for the Lord, because they are looking for the ending angle. But the thing is, Granger will be back, and these deaths and artists will earn. It might be the ending angle, but I think it is definitely defendable. It all comes down to the play. The minion wave spawned up. It is MVP. They are looking for imagination, but yet the team is back to follow up. Kadita with the right ways into the mix, but they alive will fall in response. Getmir doing a lot of job, but there's the Black Dragon into the mix. Onto Anabi, the Petrify, and there is Fanny to seal the deals. This is the overstep. I mean, they already lost 3 people. They're about to lose a 4. There's 2 minion waves in the bot lane. Like, this is now the ending angle for Ritalian. They should have rather just left Anabi to push the mid and went for the Lord.
Yeah, it was iffy. It is. I will say this much, right? Strategic X, if they were like 1 second earlier and that minion wave didn't spawn, then it would have been perfectly in the mix. But look at this, Khalid, godly. He's sustaining through everything. He's got the waves distracted. He created just enough space to keep the team alive. Oh my goodness. That was what a play from the Khalid. What a play.
One thing I would say, bro, the Grok was standing there waiting for him to sustain to everything. Why not run to the base, get half a HP bar back, and then just run back to fight with his teammate? They definitely could have taken down Cupcake. I mean, Cupcake was like at not even a quarter of the HP, but there's Kadita with the right ways onto Catmere, will be taken down. And there's Fanny into the mix once again onto Overlord, but he does use the Tectonic Charge to get away. Cupcake takes down Shin, this is the first to fall. Alive is the next onto the mark. But oh, what a flicker play coming out from Alive. But the immortality luckily reigning in Cupcake's favor.
Yeah, this could be a winning angle right now. It's a 3v5. The waves are pushing in. You could actually end it here because you don't have the wave clear. Though I think they're worried about Khalid. Khalid is just causing so much of chaos.
But I mean, Thunder belt is almost on 40 stacks, so I would also opt going for the safe option rather going for the Lord and then waiting for the massive fight that is coming. I think that is the play. Maybe looking for a pick-off. I mean, check this Kadita once again going on to Catmere and will get the kill there.
Yeah, that in terms of a dive, that's well worth it. Getting rid of the Hanabi, but those fights here in the mid lane proving to be very messy. There's the title trap coming up, but Granger there to dish out the damage, takes out one, but gonna get sealed up at the wall. I mean, Kufra goes in once more, then waiting for the Fanny to join in. The Lord is in there as well. Do they have the ability to clear the way? Fanny trying to get to that Xavier. If he gets the Xavier, this could be it. It's just Grok left to face everybody. Grok and Khalid with the Lord battling in here. Can they get the Lord pulled in? Grok blocks off. Nicely done by him. Kufra, he's got the immortality. Fanny trying to go in here. Granger just getting forced back. The Lord being pulled in. There's now the waves spawning up. So the defense coming out has just been fantastic. But this I think might be it. Hanabi is back into the equation. They've bought enough time. The question is, can you get the lock onto this Grok? He's just blocking everything, but it's, my goodness, even with the shutdown. Even with the shutdown. Crazy game.
Victory!
Like, crazy game, but you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Receiving a message now on the OSA tournament captain's chat. Reverse push is not going to make it to tonight's game.
Really?
Bro, that's crazy. They start in 10 minutes. Nah, fam. But before we head into that issue, let's address the issue at mind. Bro, Cupcake dominated on that Fanny. That was some crazy plays.
Yeah. Agreed. Fanny doing an excellent job for the team. The same Grok did a performance as well, but who impressed me the most overall was K on that Khalid. My word, that was impressive as a performance.
Strategic X, unfortunately, not having that extra second. Yeah, bro, this was a cracker of a last match. What a way to go out.
Yeah. Most definitely. But well played to them for the performance that they put up. There you could see, like, individually, there's a couple of players there that are up there. I would say that there was just a couple of choices that they made within the drafting that gave them this a little bit of a disadvantage overall. I suppose that if they sort out those little bit of draft issues, then they'll be fine. At the same time, it's like the marksman was picked off quite a bit during the course of the match. So maybe a little bit of patience on the gold lane would have been a little bit better. But right now, with fighters being the thing on the gold lane, you can play a little bit more aggressively if you're picking up those fighters, because the game's designed now for this early game kind of pressure and domination to try to win.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like I've mentioned, we've been seeing a lot of CCs in the ranked games, and that's all to thank to the pro scene. So yeah, a lot of fighters. But that beckons the question: are you going to be seeing a lot more rubies getting picked up? I mean, how many seasons ago was it that we had? It was the Mincetar gold lane. It was the ruby gold lane. Now it's the CC gold lane that we saw in tournaments. Yeah. Well, we haven't seen a CC yet.
Bane, and the last pick also for the gold lane is Guinevere. Guinevere gold lane is disgusting.
It's very difficult to lane against her. Because, I mean, once she hits that level 4 power spike, I mean, even before that, she's got quite a bit of skills to zone and poke away if you're going to be a MM up against a Gwen. But the moment she hits that level 4 timing, it's like you have to be so careful. Especially if this Gwen is somebody who can land the flicker combo, then it's like, oh my word. Every time she gets you, you're going to be dead. And any side laner knows this. There's portions of the game when there's nobody near you. You're going to have 1v1 abilities. You know, it's an important thing. However, with that being said, right, it seems that we won't be having a second game for this evening, sadly. Unfortunately, Reverse Push has decided that they want to push back on this second matchup, and a bit delayed, I would say, in terms of timing for when you're saying that you don't want to be, you're not going to have your team available. However, it is what it is. And, well, I will say, I would like to say the show must go on, but the show must come to an end very, very soon.
At least luckily for the viewers, we've got another 5.5 minutes worth of content. If you've got it sorted out, we can put out the highlight reel for them. Unfortunately, the only non-truth to that highlight clip is the next match will not be beginning soon.
All right. So we will see all of you in the next stream for Mobile Legends, which will be not tomorrow, but Saturday.
Yes.
Right, but we do have Mobile Legends action. That's just for the origins. Mobile Legends will still be continuing. We will have the Hunter tournament taking place tomorrow. But that's just one game. One best of one, surprisingly. So it's not going to be very long.
Oh, it's a half an hour stream.
Yeah, half an hour stream.
Well, bro, I'm super excited to see everyone's reaction regarding that intro. The intro is a bit new, so it's a new style, new theme to it, exactly to the highlight clip that will be coming up next. So that just comes to show everyone that does come and tune in, for the teams that are participating. If you've got insane plays or funny moments, you will definitely re-feature on our channel again, whether it is shorts or highlight clips or videos. You can check it out on TikTok, Instagram, on YouTube. YouTube is the main place to be. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we unfortunately need to say good night and goodbye.
Thank you everybody for watching.
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Let's go.
Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. Little lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Little lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Purpose is better than any drug you could ever think. If you know why you're doing something, that's all you need.
Now we'll be seeing the team turn on. It was a little bit early there with the eye on the heavies, but trying to force everybody away. Curtain call into the back line. However, the vengeance coming out. It's a killing streak. A champion turning around. So we still comes to a treasure. They're gonna be allowed to the next second still trying to see what he gets now. The guy into the bases right. There's the girl. Come on, man. You know I'm a damn good time.
People will be there to be able to try to defend Melissa with the model draw once more with the mistake crash. Oh, it's gonna be it. The Outlaw Guardians does catch on to 3, and they do manage to get that Melissa down. The fight continues, however,
This extra push though, it's quite funny. Oh, you guys are out of Giants, so let's manage to catch up one. I've got those in there. There's gonna be the Spear of Alpha, but he's gonna get deleted so quickly. The Curse of Blood simply and perfectly. It's Lurox into the backline, but she's gonna get taken down. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 exchange overall, because he wants to go back to his bits, but Washer's like, no, my friend.
We used to have fun, hang out and smoke. Watch a little you know what a show. Drink a little bit of this, little that to cope, yeah. Wait, we used to have fun, right? Sleep in short days, but the long nights. You always love to go play, what a fun guy. But now you seem so lame, what a shame, right? Hey, come back, let's get high. We can have another run like the good times. We can have a little fun, just recline, me time. Hit over the wheel, you'll be just fine. Yeah, you know I'm always here for you. Life gets hard, there's a lot of fear for you. You know I can make it all disappear for you. Only one time, you'll be fine, man, I'll cheer for you. No, I don't wanna get back to a place that I really don't like, so I really gotta go. All the thoughts in the back of my mind, they be bigger at night when the dark takes hold. Gotta make my way to the light, feeling better inside every time I say no. I'm in motion, you're chosen, different path, but we rapidly have control. I'm back, baby, better than ever, no drag, take it back, everything I lacked, lady. Feel like me, I'm back, crazy. I took all want that energy to change. I will never be the same, I will never be a stain.
So tired when we are weak, when we are broken. That's when we're left open in darkness. Some of them fails to keep us hopeless. Now my lungs and choke us. But I'm in control. I'm not taking
and Coquette, but bro, why are you running back? Death! No, bro, there's the Curse Blood onto Coquette. Coquette will be the next one to fall. Avatar got into the Wrath of Trice will get the follow-up kill, but there's a lot of danger. The last sanity is there. Brody, for some reason, goes, but there's also
Lord
a
of the
flicker.
match is 60 seconds away. We do see the stun onto Grok. What is this focusing onto the Grok? As Ego gets... Oh! He nearly gets taken down, but we do see the Bat's Feast has been committed from Sicilian. The Skype gets the procs from Clint. I have a glorious pathway has been committed. It's currently a triple